It's as simple as that. Each child swallows a drop of polio vaccine with the potential to save their life. It's protection most of the world takes for granted. But in Afghanistan, Pakistan and here in Nigeria, the disease is still out of control. Polio is spread in the dirty water. It can paralyse children and in some cases kill. But its days are numbered. Britain has pledged £100 million to a global campaign to wipe polio out.
The United Kingdom's £100 million will ensure that 45 million children a year up to 2020 will be vaccinated around the world. That's 80 children a minute, so that's an enormous number of children, and this is exactly how we eradicate polio.
It's a move welcomed by billionaire philanthropist Bill Gates. He's dedicated the efforts of his charitable foundation to eradicating the disease. The news also resonates closer to home. Husband and wife David and Sue Smith both had polio as children. It left them partially paralysed.
Well, it's not been easy. When I got polio, if I hadn't got this caliper, a heavy caliper, I couldn't walk. So it's difficult. You can't do the moving around that other little boys did, play football, etc., etc. So it affects your life.
Yet they still count themselves lucky compared to those children who catch polio in some of the poorest places in the world. So what would life be like for them if they got polio now?
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. They'd be ostracised, the family would be ostracised, and often the child is put out, and often the child has to have a little skateboard to go around on because they can't walk, and they have to make their own walking sticks out of odd metal, and no, it would be terrible.
The last polio outbreak in Britain was more than 50 years ago, with the disease being eradicated in the UK in the 1980s. It is predicted 2017 will be the last year anyone in the rest of the world catches the disease. But to be sure it doesn't come back, vaccinations must continue until 2020. More money will be needed. The government says there is an estimated funding gap of £130 million if we are to ensure all children like these grow up free from polio. Toby Sadler, 5 News.